into the second half of the race now. Barely anything to choose between the athletes. It's so close on the line. I think it was Zoe Hobbs.
Torrie Lewis stepped onto a wet, rainy track in Glasgow. She had a shot at doing something no Australian woman had ever done in over 100 years. And she didn't just do it once, she did it twice in less than 2 hours. She walked off that track at Scotstoun Stadium holding a Commonwealth Games bronze medal. That medal changed Australian sprinting forever. But to see why this moment mattered so much, we need to go back to the start. Torrie was born in Nottingham, England. Later, her family moved to Australia and settled in the Hunter region of New South Wales. Running wasn't even her first sport. She started out doing gymnastics at Blackart Gymnastics Academy in Bennett's Green. Then she switched things up and joined the Macquarie Hunter Little Athletics Club in Glendale. That's the exact place where people first noticed how fast she really was. By age 15, Torrie had moved to Queensland. She started at St. Peter's Lutheran College in Brisbane, and already she was the fastest under-16 runner on the whole planet in both the 100 and 200 meters. Then, in 2023, at just 18 years old, she won 2 national sprint titles at once at the Australian Championships. No one her age had ever done that in Australian history. 1 year later, in Canberra, she ran an incredible 11.10 seconds. She smashed a national 100-meter record that had stood strong for 10 straight years. She wasn't just a rising talent anymore. She was officially the fastest woman in all of Australia. Later that same year, Torrie made headlines around the entire world. At the Xiamen Diamond League in China, this 19-year-old lined up next to American sprint star Sha'Carri Richardson in the 200 meters, and she beat her. Nobody thought a teenager from Brisbane could outrun one of the biggest names in track and field, but Torrie did it anyway. Just like that, everyone in the sport knew exactly who she was. Then came the Paris Olympics. This was Torrie's first Olympics as a senior athlete. She ran the 200 meters in a personal best time, 22.89 seconds, but she finished 4th in her heat, painfully close to making the semifinals. She also ran the anchor leg for Australia's 4x100 relay team. They finished 4th in the final, missing a medal by just 11/100ths of a second. It was close, so close. Not the big breakthrough she wanted yet, but there was good news coming.
Earlier that year, Torrie had come second in the 200 meters at the World Under-20 Championships. Months later, she got bumped up to gold after the original winner failed a drug test. A strange way to become a world champion, but a champion all the same. After Paris, Torrie made a huge choice that changed her whole career path. She left her life in Queensland behind and moved all the way to the Netherlands. She joined a training group at the Papendal Olympic Training Center, led by coach Laurent Muley. That same group included Femke Bol, one of the greatest 400-meter hurdlers ever seen. Torrie wanted to train next to a champion who already knew how to win on the world's biggest stage, and that's exactly what she got every single day. Then disaster struck. Torrie suffered a serious Achilles tendon injury. It put her whole year and her dream of running at the Tokyo World Championships in real danger. But she refused to give up. She spent weeks rebuilding her strength with no guarantee she'd be ready in time. By August 2025, she was back at full strength, and she proved it big time at the World Championships in Tokyo, running 11.08 seconds in the heats and breaking her own national record again. That injury didn't slow her down at all. If anything, it made her want it even more. Just 1 week before the 2026 Commonwealth Games kicked off in Glasgow, Torrie raced at a meet in Slovakia, and she broke her national record for the 3rd time, clocking 11.04 seconds. It was the perfect confidence boost right before heading to Scotland. Even Torrie herself had no idea what was about to happen next on that rainy Scottish track. Glasgow welcomed the runners with pouring rain. Every single lane on the track was soaked. Rain like that usually slows sprinters way down, but Torrie had other plans. In the semifinals, she stopped the clock at exactly 11.0 seconds flat, a brand new Australian record, the fastest time of anyone heading into the final. Less than 2 hours later, she was back on the line for the 100-meter final. Her hair was soaked, her spikes splashing water with every single step, running on pure adrenaline alone. The crowd could already feel something huge was about to happen after that semi-final run. New Zealand's Zoe Hobbs blazed to gold in 10.93 seconds, a new Oceania record. England's Amy Hunt grabbed silver in 10.98 seconds. And then, just 1/100th of a second behind her, Torrie Lewis crossed the line in 10.99 seconds. Bronze medal, and history broken, all in the very same stride. For one whole second, nobody in that stadium could believe what just happened. Torrie Lewis had become the first Australian woman ever to run the 100 meters in under 11 seconds. Even Torrie could barely explain the time herself afterward. She said she was just trying to repeat what worked in the semifinal, and somehow, in the pouring rain, under the brightest lights of her life, it worked even better than she ever imagined. To understand how huge this really is, the last Australian woman to medal in this event at the Commonwealth Games, that's almost 30 years without a single Australian woman on the podium in the biggest sprint event of the whole Games. Torrie Lewis just smashed that drought wide open.
And she broke a barrier that no Australian woman had ever broken in over 100 years of competition. Australia has had plenty of legends on the track. Cathy Freeman's 400-meter gold in Sydney, Sally Pearson dominating the hurdles. But the flat 100-meter sprint was always the one event Australian women just couldn't crack at the world's top level. Torrie Lewis just rewrote that story for good. And she wasn't the only Australian making history in Glasgow that night. Lachlan Kennedy won silver in the men's 100 meters, running 9.85 seconds and smashing a national record that had stood since 2003. Between the two of them, Australia walked away from both the men's and women's 100-meter finals with 2 medals and 2 brand-new national records in the very same session. Torrie Lewis is only 21 years old. She's already an Olympian, already a World Championship finalist, and now a Commonwealth Games medalist who ran faster than any Australian woman in history. This Glasgow bronze might not even be her peak yet. She's already shown she can smash her own national record under massive pressure, in the pouring rain, with a medal on the line. So the real question isn't whether Torrie Lewis can go faster, it's how much faster, and how soon the rest of the world needs to start taking Australian sprinting seriously again.
Claiming bronze and breaking the barrier in the very same stride.